my initial intent of videos was to focus on PCs. As you can see here, here's my monitors and keyboard, mouse, computer I built, chair. Now I wanted to make this video just kind of a short, sweet, to the point, beginner's guide of how I got into it and how I think is the easiest way to get into vaping and e-cigs, if that's how you like to call it. So, a little bit of background on me. I'm 22. I was a smoker since I was 17. I smoked about a pack a day, and I smoked Newports. Okay, and I loved cigarettes. I had no intention of quitting ever. I just enjoyed it. It's what I did. But as I got older, and especially being with my girlfriend for so long, she didn't really care for me smoking the smell, obviously the health problems involved with smoking cigarettes. So she suggested the use of e-cigarettes. I said, well, sure, I'll give it a try. So I went to the gas station, like maybe some of you did your first endeavor with electronic cigarettes, and I picked up like a cheapo, piece of shit disposable electronic cigarette for like 14 or 15 bucks. It was a menthol. Looked like a cigarette, didn't really feel like one, kind of heavy, kind of, awkward. Can't just hold it in your mouth without it drooping. And I didn't really like that, but I smoked it and it was okay. It lasted for about a day, and then it died, and then I just kind of tossed it on the floor and went and bought another pack of cigarettes. So, good use of 15 bucks, but it got my foot in the door. Okay? Got my foot in the door, and that's what it's all about. If you've tried that and failed miserably like I have, you may want to start thinking about going to the next step. And by the next step, I mean something maybe similar to this. Okay? Now, I'm going to include a couple just simple little tips and tricks. I won't get too, technologically advanced with the whole e-cig thing, because believe me, you can be. This is just going to be what I would recommend. If you're going to go out and let's say you want to spend $50 to $75 or even $100 or less on a good setup that's going to get you off of analog cigarettes, this is what I would recommend. This battery here, don't pay attention to the tank that's on it. This battery is called an Ego C Twist. Let's see if I can get it to focus on there using my phone. It's a Galaxy S3, but I'm not really bragging about the video quality whatsoever. Well, Ego C Twist, that's the name of the battery. You can get them online. You can get them at gotvapes.com. I believe they're like 25 bucks now, which is pretty good. This is a 650 mAh, just milliamp hours. Heavy use. It'll last you maybe 4 to 5 hours. That's what it does for me. And on the bottom here, you see the little dot. That silver portion of the battery actually rotates. So if you were to, I'm already kind of jumping ahead and getting a little bit advanced. If you were to put anything on there, a head, a tank, you can adjust those volts to turn up how much power your battery is outputting into the device installed on top of the battery. And by doing that, you're going to produce more heat, more power, more vapor, more throat hit, or the thump in the back of the throat that you feel, which is nice because some batteries don't have that. And if you put certain tanks on there that have different resistances, or ohm, it's what's measured in ohms, and if you don't know much about electricity, it doesn't matter. This video is not going to go in depth whatsoever, like I previously stated, but a higher resistance will call for more volts to produce more vapor, more throat hit power. So, without even knowing anything about resistances, and say you went and picked up a tank like this, this happens to be a Vivanova version 2.5. you have it down on a low voltage setting on the bottom here, not getting much vapor, it kind of sucks. Crank it up a little bit, you get a little bit more vapor. Okay, now if you really wanted to get advanced with it, well, not advanced, but to some people maybe, this has a 2.4 ohm head on it, so it has 2.4 ohms of resistance. I believe I have the battery set right now to about 4.5 volts approximately, and that for me produces a nice hard hit, warm vapor, good vapor production, and that's what I like. So you can play around with it, get your sweet spot. I also have hooked up to my computer here a 1000 mAh Ego C twist battery as well on the charger. The charger, it just screws right in, okay, to the battery, and then it has a USB plug which you can plug right into your laptop, PC, wall adapter. I think I have one right down here I can unplug for you. You know, any wall adapter like this that has a USB port. I think this one's on the side. Plugs right in and charges it. What I would recommend, buy two. The batteries are like 25 bucks a piece. It's 50 bucks. Yeah, it sounds like a lot, but let me tell you, if you try to go this route and you only have one battery and you're doing really well and you're really proud of yourself, you went out to eat, you get done eating that meal and you go to take a vape, your battery's dead. Now what? You just got done eating. You want a cigarette. At least that's how I am. When I get done eating or doing other things, it's almost, you know, religiously I have to have a cigarette immediately to satisfy my craving. What are you going to do? You're either going to sit there and go through the craving and freak out, or you'll do what I did and snap and go to the gas station, buy a pack of cigarettes. Boom, you're screwed. Now you're right back on cigarettes. Get two batteries. I have a 650 and a 1000. The 1000 is a little bit longer, but it lasts longer than this. Yeah, keep one on the charger all the time. Vape one. When this one runs all the way out, hopefully that one will be fully charged so I can just swap places, put the other one on the charger. That way you'll never run out. To hit them, they have this little button here. You can turn them on or off. You know, 5 clicks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It'll blink at you. Now if I try and vape it, shut off. You can hear I'm clicking it. Won't turn on. 5 clicks. Again, turns back on. Fires. And that's nice to have so it doesn't, you know, fire in your pocket, waste your battery, burn your juice up, blah blah blah. Very simple, very easy to use, great battery. I love them. I'd highly recommend them. So then from there, you could get a tank like this. This is the Vivanova. Now what you do with the Vivanova, it's falling away. What you do with the Vivanova is it will screw onto the top of your battery, okay? And when you screw it onto the top of the battery, there's 2 wicks inside of the tank. I know this video sucks ass. I'm getting a webcam, you know, relax. Sorry. The 2 wicks in there. This cap comes off. Let's see if I can get it off with one hand. I'm trying to hold my phone. Anyway, this cap screws off. There's a little bit of a gap in there. You put your liquid inside there, not on the top but on the sides of the tank. Let it drip down, soak into that wick. Then when you press the button there, turn it on, it gets power, you get vapor. Okay, these are like 13 bucks from gotvapes.com. Great, I love them. If you don't want something so big that looks like you're doing drugs out in public, I don't blame you. Get something like this. This is a cartomizer. Okay. When I first got into these, I used to see people with the big tanks, and I thought, oh my god, that looks so cool. I can see my juice. I can put a bunch of juice in it. I have to have one, so I got that. And then I started watching more videos on YouTube. Some of the guys who have made, you know, really nice, in-depth, high-quality videos like P. Busardo or Grim Green. There's tons of other ones. Those are my 2 favorites. P. Busardo or Grim Green, if you're watching it, what's up? Thanks for watching my video. You guys are the shit. This is a Bogue 510 standard resistance cartomizer. Okay, it has 3 ohms. So respectively, you could crank it up to 4.8 watts, which is the max that an Ego C-Twist battery will go to, and get a very, very pleasing vape. Did I say 4.8 watts? I meant to say 4.8 volts, which with 3 ohms is basically 8 watts, but we won't get into that. It's a little more advanced. And with these cartomizers, what they do is inside you have a white filling. It's a polyfill, okay, and you put your juice in here. You can either drip it through the top, or you can use what's called the condom method to fill it up. Check out P. Busardo's. That's P-B-U-S-A-R-D-O, I believe. He has one. Just search for filling Bogue 510 Cartos, and he uses the condom method. Best method I know of. It's the one I use. You take the little condom cap that comes on these things, take the longer one, fill it up about 3/4 of the way of juice, press this down onto there, it'll suck the juice up. You'll be able to see it on the inside. When you see a little juice poking out, stop pushing it down, let it soak, push it down a little bit more until the juice starts to peep out through the hole there, let it soak, and do that till you get all the way to the bottom. Then take the condom off, let it soak a little bit, put it on your battery. They come with a tip, or you can get a drip tip, which is what this is on the top here of my Vivanova. It's removable. Take it off and put it on. If you want to add a little bit more style or comfort of use. And these, you can get I know you can buy them by the box from KalamazooVaporShop.com for, I believe, $8. You can get low resistance or standard resistance. Each box contains 5. You can get them in black or stainless color. Search around. There's another website. I just bought 5 boxes of them from a different website. If you go to P. Busardo's website, tasteyourjuice.com, and look under his recommendations for cartomizers, and it'll have a link for the Bogue cartomizers, and that will take you to the website that sells them by the bigger package size, 5 boxes for like $23, which is a steal. If typically you could use one cartomizer if you're using the same juice through it for several days before it gets burnt up and you need to get a new one. So good taste, good throat hit, good way to go. Then juice, obviously. I have a few different kinds here. This is like a blueberry from Kalamazoo Vapor Shops. You get different milligrams. This is a 12 mig nicotine content. You can do 0, 6, 18, 24, all the way up to 32, I think. The 70-30 PG-VG blend, which I'm not going to get into that either. This is just a setup. 70-30 is a little bit more liquidy, less of a thicker vape or vapor that you inhale. It's what I prefer. It gives you a born on date, expiration date, all that good jazz. I love Kalamazoo Vapor Shop. They have great juice. Here's a different one. Flux Nectar from Got Vapes. This is a blueberry colada. That's pretty good. This is a big 120 ml bottle from Catskill Mountain Vapor Store. It's a blueberry lemonade. Didn't really care for that very much. Not much at all. So it's just kind of sitting here. But these are 10 ml bottles, and you can get a variety of flavors. If you like menthol, Nickwood has a great menthol. I know in the morning when I wake up, this is a good one. It's a nice, crisp, clean, minty menthol. It feels like you brushed your teeth almost, which I love. You can get Granny's apple pie, bakery style juice. This doesn't even have any nicotine in it. It's 0 milligram. Okay, those are good if you're into stuff like that. So you can get juice to basically get any flavor you want. pretty much nowadays. They all have nipple tip, like this Liquid here is actually a really good example. So when you're filling your cardo or your tank, it's got a very nice, sharp tip on there, so you can drip right into it very easily. Some bottles don't have that. If not, go ahead and go pick up a blunt tip syringe. There's a person in my family that actually is able to get me some actual syringes. This is a medical syringe. It's very sharp. I wouldn't recommend using that. Stick yourself with it. That would suck. But that's pretty much it. Get yourself 2 batteries, a box of cardomizers or a Vivanova, and a couple different juices, and give it a shot. You'll spend between $50 and $100, but if you look at it on the long run, you're saving money, you're saving your health, you're doing much more harm than good. For that investment will pay you back so much. I mean, honestly, I've been cigarette free for 15 days, and I'll never go back, ever. So I know this video was maybe a little bit vague, but it's more of a beginner